us. Let's speak to Professor Horst Loechel. He is director of the German Center of Banking and Finance at the China-Europe International Business School in Shanghai. Professor Loechel, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Well, is this just a situation now what we're in is that we've got this vote of confidence through, but now he's got the serious battle to introduce these austerity measures?
Yes, I think so. I mean, the decision of last night of the Greek Parliament was very important to continue with the bailout organized by the Eurozone of Greek. Any other decision last night would be indeed a catastrophe for the Eurozone.
Indeed. So he's bought time in a way. What happens if he doesn't get this through Parliament? What will be the next move? Would it be a default, or do you think that there'll be some more fudging of the issue and would just be have further delays?
I mean, the default would mean, a serious threat for the Eurozone and for the euro as an international currency, of course. And this is also, we'll see, of course, in the case of a default, contingency effects overall for the global system, for all treasuries, not only in the Eurozone, but also for the United States. So the Eurozone and Greek, of course, should do anything to avoid any default of the treasuries of Greece.
Right. Well, as you're sitting there in Shanghai, what would China's view of this? Will China continue to support Europe?
Actually, from my point of view, this euro crisis is somewhat a huge chance, a lucky chance for the economic relationship between China and Europe. I mean, for the Chinese are very much interested in the euro. They are very much interested in the development of Europe. The main reason for that is strategic, because the Chinese want to have to somewhat a counterpart for their relationship with the United States, and would not only rely on the United States, although they do like to see the euro as an international currency, which means they can diversify their own investments. Furthermore, I mean, for the Chinese, there are high yields now for the investments in treasury bonds in the Eurozone, and also the price of real investment in real capital are much lower. So I'm somewhat, paradoxically, the euro crisis is somewhat deepening the relationship between China and Europe, especially from the Chinese side.
Well, certainly from the financial side as well, because it was just back in April that we had the Chinese offering to buy more Greek bonds. They bought Greek bonds last year. I mean, if they do that, I mean, with the yields that they are at the moment, factoring in, well, basically a default, wouldn't it just be madness?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I'm pretty much sure. I mean, Premier Wen Jiabao will now travel to Euro once again. I'm pretty much sure the Chinese will continue to invest in Greek bonds. You have to see. I mean, this country is sitting on $3 billion US dollar foreign exchange reserves, and probably pretty much more than half of that is invested in US dollar. So, though the risk for China with regards to devaluation of or continuation of the devaluation of the US dollar in the future is even higher than the risk of a default of Greek. So I'm pretty much sure the Chinese will take this risk and furthermore invest in Greek bonds and support the Eurozone, as I said, not only for the reason to diversify its own currency portfolio, but also for a strategic reason to have a good relationship to Euro and the Eurozone as a kind of a counterbalance to their relationship to the United States.
Professor Horst Loechel, thank you very much indeed for joining us.